Whoa. Hello, everyone. This is recording number 10, I think, of the off-stream recordings. Uh, Today is Tuesday. At the time of today's recording, I did not stream Monday. I think this is the second week that I didn't do this. The last time it happened was because, or not the second week. Was there? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe? I don't remember. I'm lost. Time is lost in my mind. Um, but yeah, this is the second Monday in recent history that I did not stream on Monday. The reason for that was because uh, there's two reasons: an important reason and a less important reason. The important reason is that I didn't have any internet connection for the majority of the afternoon, and when I did get it back, it was like too late. Or I just like, I was like, whatever. It's late enough where I don't think it's like worth it to even like stream. The second reason, which is a less important reason, but I guess it also did go into the sort of choice to not stream that day, and that was the fact that I was a bit demotivated. Um, I don't know. I was having like headaches, and I don't know. I couldn't concentrate. So I just just didn't. Um, so yeah, I didn't do much. I don't think Monday. I actually don't remember um what I did in all honesty. But today we will continue with the sculpting of DG's body. Um, we finished the brand sculpt method in the last recording, and so the job for today is to go back and uh, add some more musculature, some more definition to her body that the brand sculpt method doesn't outright do. Um, I've said before the reason why I want to do this is because she is supposed to be a bit more muscular. Um, Not like super duper omega muscular like this. Although I guess like even with this you can't really see the muscle definition too much, but you kind of can. And not like I have like a reference. I mentioned this I think on Sunday's uh stream. There's this person that I found on Twitter by the name of Hella Faith. They do like I guess I guess like furry esque type models, 3D models. But one of the things that they do really well by the looks of it is they do muscle definition really nicely. And funnily enough, the day that I discovered them was actually the day where they posted a sort of resculpt of um oh interesting uh of a sort of female body. So if you see the video, it is a bit too much for what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do that much, but it's a good, I guess, a good place to start, or a good sort of like baseline. Like if that's the sort of max, then I want something a little bit less than that, you know. But yeah, highly recommend them out. Again, their name is Hella Faith, Hella underscore Faith, with two H's. They seem to really care a lot about musculature. Just scrolling through their media page, trying to, I guess, find some images of, because the reference that I was looking at earlier is more of like a video, So if I want to actually like use it as a reference, I'm gonna have to pause and stuff like that. And it would be easier on my part if I didn't have to do that. So I am taking a brief second to sort of look through her. Oh, this one kind of. Uh, Look through her media tab to see if there's like any. God, sorry. Why am I yawning all of a sudden? I feel like I wasn't yawning a second ago. To see if there's any images instead of videos, and it seems like they've been doing a lot of muscle stuff for a very long time. So they're probably good to be trusted, right? Right? Um, I know maybe I'm being a bit too trusting with all the references that I've compiled, just because it's just artwork of other people trying to do muscles. It doesn't mean that the way they do it is like the definitive correct way of doing muscles. But, whatever helps. Anyway, let us. Wait, what? Oh, weird. Okay. Let us get started. It is Tuesday, so there's like, unlike I feel like the last few recordings, I don't have to worry about streams starting. Um, so I can technically record for as long as I feel like it. I think the goal for today, however, is to hopefully finish all the extra little details that I would like to add. Um, as I said before, the sort of like main focal points that I'm going to focus on are mostly the sort of arms, the sort of stomach, maybe chest, although I don't know how much I could do there, but again, I'll look at the references and see what else I can do. Arms, front, chest, back area as well, and then obviously the legs and the front and back legs, and that should be it. And then I don't know if we're gonna start with topology today. It kind of depends on what I end up doing for these musculature details. But we'll see. We'll see. What kind of progress we could get up to. I could start the retopology today as well if things sort of progress relatively quickly. Um, and yeah, start planning that out. I think I do want to adjust some retopology stuff to make sure that some aspects of her are kept in the geometry. I feel like a lot of the sort of collarbone shenanigans that I usually do because I follow the brand sculpt method. I feel like a lot of that sort of gets washed away. I think I tried to change the topology a little bit in the last model I did, Sheepy, around the collarbone area to make them a bit more, make them stand out a bit more. I have to sort of review that. Um, but yeah, especially like in sort of more defined muscular areas, there might be some small changes that I do to make sure that a lot of the sort of geometry is captured in the retopology. And I also plan on, even though it's been a minute, I plan on baking the normals from this high poly sculpt onto the low poly mesh. Um, because yeah, I don't want anything to be lost, I guess. I worked on it. No reason to lose it. All right, let's get started. I think where we last left off on was the sort of arms. I think that's like the last thing I worked on, or at least tried to work on. And I was a bit confused on where this sort of like dip comes in from, and it actually comes in from the armpit, at least as far as I can see. So it actually like is supposed to come in like that. I guess the reason why it confused me is because this comes into the armpit as well, but so does that. So does this shape? But anyway, what else? In terms of references, this is a pretty good one, I think. She is in a T pose. Maybe I should pull the armpit out a bit, or at least like, hmm, what is the I don't know the muscles if I'm being quite honest. Are these the triceps? I don't know. I think people call them the wings when people like do poses. This is usually like the wings that stick out. Uh, I think it's this like muscle here. I wonder if it's like a good idea to pull it out a little bit, or if that's like overdoing it a bit. See how it looks, I guess. Whatever, I think at the end of the day, the philosophy, at least what I'm going for it and usually now, is whatever looks good. Um, is usually what I end up going for. If it doesn't look good, then it could sort of be left behind. But if it looks really good, then, let's include it. It's this sort of idea. What is this? Oh yeah, it is crease polish. Is that good? I don't know if that's good. Hmm. Because then this comes out a bit more from the front view, and I think that's what you want, right? All right, let me see. Let me look at the references that I have for the arm, because I do want her to have like visible. What is this? What is? Oh no, this is me trying to look for references. Because it's supposed to look like if I were to bring out my drawing tool, which it's supposed to like come out. Obviously, like maybe not that big, maybe more like this, but it is supposed to like have some definition. Um, it's difficult because like I don't know, a lot of these angles are like not forward facing angles, and a lot of them might also be kind of like when they're flexing, and so like it looks a lot bigger than it's supposed to be. When they're flexing, it's supposed to bulge up, but when they're not flexing, I don't think it's supposed to. Also, I think this has to come out too, or it like already is kind of coming out, but I guess I should also give it some definition. Uh, this is also already coming out, but oops. And then I think I just need to like make this shapes like sharper. I think that's what I tried to do with like the shoulder. I try to make it like sharp, kind of. I don't know if it succeeded in that at all, but that was the plan. That was the idea. What else? What else can I utilize? Let me put some music on for myself. Um, I wonder, should I put music on during these? I guess this could be. I don't know. I need to set up that like. I need to set up some sort of like music related application in the background. People can request songs. It's been suggested so many times before. I'm just like, I just forget to do it. You'd think now that I'm doing it off stream is probably like the best time to remember myself or to remind myself. Sorry, but I do not have the best memory. All right, sorry. I'm just making sure I have all my ducks in order, I guess you could say. All my references in order. All right. I wonder if I could just like hmm. Oh, these are like references. I don't need these. But maybe there's like arm references. Like, what is this? This looks pretty good. I did try my best to get as many references as I could before starting stream, but just because I did that doesn't mean I have them all like organized or actually like gleaned some good info about them. Um, Should I look up maybe like a model? What is that website where you could see like 3D models in like a panoramic view? Uh, is it Sketchfab? It might be Sketchfab. Let me see if I could find like a muscular woman on Sketchfab that I can use because I think the main issue that I'm having is that like I could see the references, but like I can't, I guess, grasp what is going on in them. Oh, this is actually like the muscles though. I don't know if that's that helpful, or maybe it is. What is? Do they have names? Maybe I can buy this model. Muscle chart can be found here. What does TT stand for? Triceps tendon. I don't know why I thought it was gonna have like I don't know a Latin name or something. I started getting ready to say a Latin name, and it just didn't have one. Uh, I probably definitely should have had this all prepared before starting recording, but we're already here, so you're gonna have to sit there and watch as I uh struggle to do this. Okay, well, if I search up anatomy, then it just like shows me like the actual muscles. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. All right, at some point I'm just gonna have to settle with what I got. Oh, actually, okay, now, okay. Sorry, I think the thing that's getting me confused is also the fact that like the orientation of the arm also plays into where the muscle is. Because if the arm is turned upwards and then you flex, that's where the muscle is visible. And people do the whole like flexing stuff. But when it's like laid out, the muscles are actually like on the sides, aren't they? At least from like, I guess that's the thing that's keeping me because I'm looking at like anatomy stuff and like, I guess like the sort of muscle areas are sort of to the side instead of up above or on top and bottom. And I think that's like what's confusing me. I'm like, there's supposed to be muscles here, aren't they? But no. The muscle doesn't come from up here. It comes from like right here, right? Because then like, oh, yeah, I forgot it's like that. Whoops. Um, the line down here where this connects, it's more like that. This is a muscle here, and then here's the other muscle. It's when she turns her arm so that her palm is facing upwards. Okay, that looks ugly. Uh, it's when she turns her palm where when it's facing upwards is when she can flex, and this muscle here gets moved up here, and then that's where it starts to bulge. Am I making sense? Am I understanding anatomy? I guess I should buy a book. I should buy the anatomy book for sculptors or whatever it's called. That would probably be very helpful right now. Oh, this is like a super muscular one. Okay, this is a bit too much. But yeah, yeah, when she's just resting in like a T pose, this one isn't resting in a T pose, but when they're just on her side, the muscle actually is actually in front, and the back muscle is like too. Oh, okay. Maybe I should. Okay, I might use this actually. I think I should bring this up, but not by much, because that's not where the muscle is. If anything, I should bring it out from like here. Oh, those are too small. They look weird. And then the back muscle here, I did actually see a diagram of this. It looks like a tooth with the way the muscles are placed, where it's like, let me see, hold on. So this is like the sort of like elbow muscle, and so then it sort of comes out like this, and so this is like one part of it, and then this is the other part of it, and so because of these like two bits that come into the shoulder muscle, it kind of looks like a tooth. It kind of looks like this, and that looks like a tooth. That is the shape of the muscle that's supposed to give. Okay. I'm learning. All right. Fuck. Don't listen to me. I don't know shit. Never listen to me. Hmm. Like, I think what is this? Crease polish works best when there's like already kind of like a visible shape being seen, and I'm having trouble, I guess, sort of making it look correct without that sort of original shape already being there. It can't interpret, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Oh wait, I need to turn down the strength on that. It's too much. Okay, actually, I might have to save this reference because it's low key like, even though it's like way too muscular for what I'm going for, it's kind of like it at least lets me see visually in a 3D space the sort of shape that I'm going for, which I feel like is a bit hard with just images. It's a bit hard to do with just images, I mean. Mm. It's too big, but if I make it too small, it doesn't like affect what I want it to. Let's try its sharpness, shall I? Too sharp. Still too sharp. Okay, now it's too big. Unless maybe I could try to reduce the strength of it a bit. Maybe that could help. I forgot I can do that. Does that go into the shoulder area? Or what happens? Oh, I guess it does, yeah. But actually, I think that helped, question mark? Or I think I ruined it by like... Does that make sense? I don't know. I fear in my attempt to like not make it too muscular, I'm gonna end up making her like way too muscular. But I guess I could adapt, nothing wrong with her being like super duper muscular. I feel like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think this is like too deep. That crease that I did there was too deep. Or maybe it's fine, but I just have to like do some of this nonsense. I look from underneath. I don't wanna... What is this, nudge? No, that's not what I want. Alright, I think that's fine. The issue is that, like, I don't know, there isn't a lot of definition going on. Which is, like, maybe fine. Like, I don't want the muscles to, like, be visibly there, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to be able to see every single line that I've drawn out if it's, like, not needed. Alright, let's move on to the forearm or whatever this is called. Like here it's a bit difficult. Mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I have done a little bit of that style practice that I mentioned in my recordings and also on stream. These sort of, I guess, sort of in the style of Darkest Dungeon. At least like the sort of, I like the sort of heavy outlines. I've always been a big fan of outlines. It wasn't very obvious with Revi and all the thousands of outlines that I did for her and her clothing and stuff. I spent too much time on outlines. But Darkest Dungeon has like very heavy outlines, um, which I really like. I think, and I want something like that for for this sort of style. I think it looks cool, and that's all that matters is if it looks cool. Um, yeah, it's still not perfect, and I think the object that I sort of decided on to sort of try to do this practice was like maybe not the best. Um, it's a bit too like round when it like I feel like a lot of the sort of objects in Darkest Dungeon are more sharp. Um, I feel like it's a lot harder to sort of draw out these sort of sharp shapes with these sort of shadows with on a round sort of object. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna shade her in that style. I guess like that's the idea, that's the point. Um, but I'm not too sure how that's gonna look. And then the pixelation shader, I feel like I don't know. I do like the idea of it, but I still see it as a bit of a cop out. Um, a cop out from like learning actual like pixel art and stuff. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it still. I managed to flatten this out. It kind of looks a bit weird comparatively. It's just big, but with like no defined shapes. The issue is like there's a lot of muscles on the forearm. At least like in this 3D model that I'm looking at. There's a lot of tendons, like random small tendons, and I guess like if I were to highlight each and every small little tendon, I feel like that goes into the whole like not wanting to not wanting to not wanting to show too much muscle or not wanting to like make muscles too defined, you know what I mean? I at least should try to define this one. Wait, is that how it looks? Hold on. Kind of, yeah. That kind of works actually with what I'm trying to do. I think that's a bit too much actually. Let's just stick with that. This is like fine enough. Anymore, and I feel like I'm overdoing it. All right, so I think the arms are done. Let's move on. Let's take a look at this sort of chest area. I think for the most part, I think we're fine. I don't remember if I ever decided on like giving her like visible abs or if I should like try to maybe like insinuate that she has abs by adding like some some definition. Wait, hold on. My music ran out. I ran out of songs to listen to. Hold on. I need to find like a playlist or find songs to listen to. The issue is like I only have like one album that I'm currently listening to and like the rest is just like loose songs. So once I'm done with like that album, I have to like pick and choose between what I want to listen to. What album was I listening to before? I can't even remember. Oh, I can now. Okay, maybe I could go back and listen to that. Let's listen to that first. I think this shape here is like too high up. Maybe. Oh, I guess it like goes in and then goes out again. Is there any other references like this? But it comes in like above the above the so it would be here. So it'd have to be like what is the button? Control F? No. There we go. What is this? Angle. Fuck, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Actually, the reference I'm looking at makes it cut through here. Sure. I guess maybe my armpit, not armpit, what? My belly button's too high up. This one is like, I guess like maybe my waist is like too long. Maybe I don't know. I think it's fine, but I'm just like in comparison, I guess. Do I have any other stomach references? Let me see. I think I started diving right into like leg stuff, and then very little back stuff. TPH. Oops, a bit too sharp. I think that works actually. The arbiter of truth. How do muscles work? I mean, how do like visible abs work? It looks like the most visible ones are above the belly button, but there's also like I'm just looking at this 3D reference. I don't know if this is actually true. Do I have any like images of abs? I guess yeah. Let me see. Abulon. Abs. Because yeah, I don't think I want to give her visible abs, but I at least want them to like look like if I guess like like if she were to try harder, she could have abs. Is the idea I think that I'm going for. Does that look normal? I feel like maybe these abs are like too high. Maybe I have to go lower. Maybe it's because like this needs to be inflated. Does this look normal? Oops. Or I was trying to relax brush and not do all that. Alright, I think that's fine. Like, you could kind of see it, but that's kind of like what I'm going for. Like, yeah, I guess like if you squint hard enough, it does appear like she does have abs. That's the idea that I'm going for. If you squint hard enough, you could see it. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. All right. I think that's like all I want to do with the stomach. Like, I don't know. Can I do anything like with underneath the belly button? Like, I guess I can make this like I could add some to give it some more like thickness. But then that gets rid of the line and also kind of fucks with the belly button a bit. Part of me like is trying to get it right the first time because I know that if I don't, I'm never coming back to this body. I mean, maybe. I mean, one would hope that my anatomy work gets better. And when that does inevitably happen, I'll come back and maybe fix this up if it needs it. But again, I don't know. All right, let's work on the back now. There's a lot we could do on the back. Well, I don't know how much of this I actually want to add. Because you could add like a line coming down. Like that. I feel like I'm making her too like too snatched. You know what I mean? I'm going too crazy with the hips. She's not supposed to be. I guess like that's the issue is that, like I don't want her to be like a supermodel type build. But I guess like if you're muscular, you're going to be kind of like kind of well structured, I guess, in the body department. Is there anything with the butt that I need to worry about? I don't think so. All right, let's see what else. Whoa, why is it circular? Oh, I was like, I grabbed the wrong brush. I was like, was the clay brush always circular? Did I like grab something accidentally that made, or did I like check something accidentally that made the clay brush circular? I got so confused. Okay, there's a lot you could do with the back. I don't know how much of this I actually want to do. Because there's a cut there, the cut that I did around the waist. And there's also like a cut going down. I don't know where does it start? I guess that's the issue. Is like she's so toned that I have no idea like where everything is or where everything starts. Like that. People can respect a good looking back, right? People really like that, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Do I have any other back? I was gonna say back shots. That's not what I meant. Any back references other than this one? I guess this one? Let me see this one. Hold on. Hard to tell. These aren't the best back references if I'm being quite honest with you. Blah, blah, blah. What am I doing? I don't know, bro. Okay, I don't like these. Because, yeah, this... What is it? This reference here. You kind of can't even see, like, what even going on. There's a lot of muscles in the front that you can have. Like, little muscles here. I don't know, like, how much I want to do that. I think I'm fine with this. I think any more and we're overdoing it. All right, what else? Ooh, the thighs have a lot going on with them. I don't know if I'm going to do this much. A little too much. Do I have thigh pictures? Do I need this anymore? I don't think so. My back. Or is like the back of the leg. I need more like front of the leg references. And of the images that I have of like, I guess IRL, not anime-esque type women, sometimes they could only have like two two visible abs instead of like three. Or maybe that's because they're just like wearing clothing and you can't see the third one. But for the most part, there's a visible two abs, at least. Mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm-mm. But yeah, about this internet situation. I think for the most part it's fine now. I guess we won't know until tomorrow. I I usually think of Wednesday as the most like internet intensive day, both for like maybe download, but definitely upload. If I have issues on tomorrow's stream, then some actions might need to be taken. Um, but if everything's fine tomorrow, then we should be fine for from here on out, which I'm hoping that is the case, but I won't know until tomorrow, you know. The only thing that I can see, the issue now is that like, oh god, the legs have so many muscles. In the reference that I'm using, the 3D reference, there's a lot going on here, and I don't want to do all that. Um, but at least there is like a line going down from, I'd say like here. That's like not, I need it to be sharper. Okay, let's use the sharp actually. Okay, actually, let's make that bigger. Where did it end though? Is that cut too sharp though? Like maybe. Wait, hold on. I could have stabilized stroke. Something like that. Is that how it works? This one does not have any visible. You could kind of see it there, but maybe like the way I have it is too front forward, if that makes sense. It's too visible from the front view. Maybe I need to adjust it a bit. Consult the references. Yeah, maybe instead of having it come down from there, I should make it come up from the sort of knee area. Oh, this is a pretty good reference. Pretty good reference, and it matches the other reference pretty nicely. Oh wait, I'm a song ended. Mm, 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 mm. Hold on, let me see the 3D model. Fuck. Sorry. I just heard like the craziest thing. The craziest ad. How this how this medicine works on this thing is unknown, but we do know it works, is basically what it sounded like. That's probably not what they said, but that's what it sounded like to me when I heard it. We're not exactly 100% sure how this works, but it works. So you should give it a try. Yeah, whatever, dude. Mm, 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 mm. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du. Ole mole. All right, I don't know if any of this actually looks good. At some point, it's kind of becoming like detail slop, where it's like I'm just adding so much detail and none of it is like actually like drawn on very well that it's hard to tell like if I even know what the fuck I'm doing, which I obviously very much do not. Shoot, I'm out of songs to listen to again. Fuck. Dude, I don't even know what I want to listen to at this point. Okay, let's listen to this. The fuck? LOL. LOL. All right. We're getting there. We're almost done. I think we're down to the calves now, and that's like the last bit. Oops, I don't know what the fuck I just did. Yeah, oof. I haven't really. Oh, because of all this like internet shenanigans. I haven't really thought too much about what we're gonna do tomorrow. I guess like I think okay. I think we are very getting very close to being done with the mod pack. I mentioned this I think during the last Wednesday stream, but I definitely like recently as well, like outside of the Wednesday stream. You can kind of feel it a little bit. Um we've talked to all the echoes, at least, from what we've seen. We have explored the sort of spawn area. And as far as we're aware, we've talked to every echo that was sort of locked before that we couldn't talk to. Um, and so yeah, oops. Now the calves work a bit differently in the back. I'm not gonna make it too crazy, but they almost do like a kind of like might be too high as well. But yeah, I think we need to get a bunch of nether stars. And at the moment, there's only like two ways to do that. Kill a bunch of withers, which I don't know why. It doesn't happen all the time, is the weird thing. It only happens sometimes. When we battle mobs, certain mobs make like the connectivity like really bad. Withers is one of them. It's usually like bosses that have issues. So like Withers and like the Ender Chicken have had issues with connectivity, just like kind of lagging out and disconnecting. So we could kill him like 20 whatever times you have to kill him in order to like get an egg at least. But it's kind of like, yeah. The other method is to set up a particle accelerator with Oritech, um, which I'm kind of leaning towards because it sounds like the most fun thing to do. Set up like a cool fucking machine to do it for us. Um, I don't know exactly like what we're actually going to do tomorrow. I'm down for whatever, honestly, but I've never played Oritech before, so I'm vaguely interested in in that. Shoot, I lost like my little drawing that I was doing. All this and for the legs to not even be visible because she's gonna be wearing pants. Crazy work, dude. Fucking bozo. What a fucking dumbass, bro. What a fucking loser. What a fucking dork, dude. What a fucking loser. What is it? The brand sculpt method included these little things, but I forgot to do them, so I'll add them now. Sure, it looks a bit kind of demonic, but whatever. Anyway, she's done. I think. I don't. I think the only areas that like I still need to work on, or not really work on, but the only areas that like I kind of left off on was her breast, dude. Like, oh, I guess I could use this 3D reference. Oh, but this 3D reference is like super muscular. This is what I mean, though. I guess you guys can't see what I'm looking at, but the sort of like tricep, kind of like engulfs the sort of breast, and so it looks more like is that the tricep? No, sorry, the sort of chest. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what they're called. The chest sort of muscle engulfs the breast, and it kind of just looks like a regular old chest muscle. Mm, yeah, I guess let me try to look for other. I need to save this Sketchfab one because this one's was actually kind of goated. Um, Let me look at some other 3D models that other people have done. That's the issue. Like I'm trying to get a downwards view, like looking up, and I haven't been able to get that. Okay, I don't like that one. I don't think that's how it works. Hmm. Because I feel like the shape is off. You know what I mean? Like the shape from like the upward view looks odd to me. Oops, sorry. That looks off, doesn't it? Like I don't think it's supposed to do this. But let me make sure I'm saving. Blender's lagging. I don't know why. Like I don't know, but the issue is I don't know what shape it's supposed to have. This one has a kind of like a similar shape, but that's only like one out of like female blockout set. Like it's I don't know what it's missing. I think maybe like it needs to come out on this side like that. Round itself out maybe is the main issue. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Even after looking at all these like reference, I can't still like I can't get like a consensus, I guess is the right word. Then again, does it matter? I said this before. Um, Mm. Sorry. I said this before. It probably looks different when she's wearing clothing, because obviously, bras provide padding and support. I think the sort of look that I'm looking for now, or the sort of the way I'm modeling it now, is if like it wasn't supported. But it will be supported, so I should maybe just like leave them be. Maybe I shouldn't care that much either, because they're going to be covered up for the most part. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. Oops, sorry. I thought I selected the eraser. Because then, like, maybe it would be a better idea if I, like, moved them in then, like this. But I think the right thing to do is I should solve them now. Because then what I could do is I could retopologize it, and then after retopology, I can make a shape key to make it from like where it is now to like how it would kind of look like when she's wearing clothing, and then I could test it out with like actual clothing, and then if I feel like yeah, this is how it actually look like, I could delete or I could apply that shape key, and so that could be the permanent shape key. Because you know, she's never gonna be naked, you know. I don't plan on using the character in that way. Hmm. I don't think I could ever find references on that. I think I tried to look for this sort of thing last time, and I couldn't find any references on it. Hey, oh, oh, he, sup? Like maybe it needs to come in actually. The issue is I want to be. Oh wait, you know what I could do? Hold on. Big brain moment. Hold on. What I was gonna say was I wish I could like keep this view while I work on it from the front. Okay, I could just use this. Bam, now we keep the view. And now I could use this to work on it. To see if I'm like doing it right. Oh, but it only works until like after I'm done clicking. That kind of sucks. But I guess it's better than nothing. I'm trying to do tippy tappies. Because then it like auto updates or whatever. But am I using, I'm still using electric grab. I probably shouldn't use elastic grab for this. I should try to use grab. I think that does look a little bit better. I made them a bit smaller. Because like I said before, I feel like the musculature kind of eats at the sort of fat that would be the breasts. And so it kind of makes sense if it like the breasts are a bit smaller than I guess they usually would be. The issue is like the shape. Like I'm grabbing it from so many angles that I don't know if the shape is gonna look right. And even with all like the sort of what's it called? All the smoothing, it might still have like a pretty weird shape, weird looking shape. I think we're good then. I think this looks fine. What we think? How's the panoramic view looking? I think she's looking pretty good. For someone who doesn't know anatomy, just from like view, she looks good. I think this is like what I'm looking for. Obviously it's like subjective because at the end of the day, I'm not following any sort of references for her body, so it's all based on like what I envision in my head, and this is kind of what I'm envisioning in my head. This works, I think. All right. Uh, could I could start with topology now. I might, but before I do that, I do have to BRB. So give me one moment. I will BRB real quick, and when I come back, I might end it, or I might continue with the with topology. I think I will continue with the topology, but I might. I don't know. I want to bring in the body that I use to sort of like try to map how the retopology is gonna work. Sorry. And then I might start placing some points down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, sorry. Just give me a second. I need a BRB. Ooh. All right, I'm back. Um, yeah, I still think her head's a bit small. I guess we'll see. I might do the same sort of like idea that I just talked about, where once I'm done with the retopology, I'll scale her head up and using shape keys, and then sort of like decide which one looks better, and then the one that looks better is the one we'll go with. Or maybe it's fine. I don't know. I feel like her body's like really big compared to her small head. Or maybe if I keep her head small, then that's like representation to the big bodied, small headed community, you know. Sometimes people just do be having small heads, and that's okay. I haven't actually seen what kind of head I have though. Maybe I have. I don't think I have a small head. If I'm being honest. Okay, I probably should save all the references that I used. Or maybe I'll just like assume that if I ever need a muscular reference, I'll just use what this character, or I'll just use, because I didn't actually use any of these references. The main reference that I used was the 3D model, so I think I'm just gonna save the 3D model. The what's it called? The did I say the link? I'll just save the link. Or actually, I was wrong. I think that the whole like talk that I had, where it's like when she rotates her arms, like this muscle here ends up on top. I don't think that's true. I think I was wrong about that as well. I think this muscle right here, when you flex, both this muscle and the back muscle sort of like spring up, and it makes it look like this bunches up. I think, I don't know. Don't quote me on anything. I'm not the muscle expert by any means. I do not know anything. How much is that book, by the way? What was it called again? Like Anatomy for Sculptors or something like that? Anatomy for Sculptors? Yeah, Anatomy for Sculptors. You recognize it straight from like the straight from the cover. Sorry. Um Anatomy for Sculptors book. What are the chances that I could find a PDF of this? Because how much does it cost actually? Oh wait, am I logged in into the Amazon? No, I'm not. Paperback is $79.95. Hardcover is $100. I could probably find the PDF for this if I really, really wanted it. Oh, wait, hold on. I think the author like posts. How many pages do you think it is? Because I think this is the author. And like, interesting. This might be the author. And he's posting, I think most of it is found online. I think. Like what is this? On ArtStation. I assume these are pages from his book. They have a page where like hair grows on the face, direction of hair growth. Interesting. Ah, okay. Wait, maybe his book is on ArtStation. How interesting. 290 works. Posted 4 days ago. Wait, what? Is he just posting? Wait, hold on. Oh wait. Wait, why is it saying posted 6 years ago now? This was posted 4 days ago. This one was posted last week. Is he just posting like parts of his book on his art station? Posted 3 weeks ago. Mature content. You need to sign in to see this. What else did you have? Anatomy of the facial expressions, form of the head and neck, anatomy for sculptors, arms and hands in motion. And also, yeah, damn, okay. I mean, I guess he knows his stuff, you know. Who better to post a book about this sort of thing than someone who's trying to replicate the human body in 3D, right? Interesting. Yeah, he has a lot of like I think these are from the book. He has a lot of I don't know how many pages the book has, but he has a lot of the pages here on ArtStation. So yeah, go check that out, I guess. Uh what's his name again? You can literally look up anatomy for sculptors. Well, he's based in New York apparently. Anatomy for sculptors. He on ArtStation. He's posting sections of his book on ArtStation, and the last thing he posted was 4 days ago. So he's keeping it kind of like updated. All right, interesting. I'll keep that as well. All right, sorry. Let's deadlock in. Um, I'm done with this, I believe. Although hold on. Oops. Nose. Feel like I do these like lines, but the other side also has like some definition, you know. Is like my thought process here. Okay, I think that helped. Maybe. I felt it was too square because when I converted into when I combined it on retopologize it, I want to make sure that like it doesn't look too much like a square. I feel like the neck still looks kind of like a square, but I don't know what I could do for against that, you know. It's fine. All right. Uh, which let me see. Oh, I think I made a separate blend file. Hold on. I think it's called. I think it's under that block out body remesh object. Block out body remesh. This one. Oh, but it includes. Oh. It includes. I guess I need to like bring both of them. Scale both of them up. Okay. Oh yeah, whoops, I forgot we were still looking at this. What did I have it at? I had it at text editor. Death editor. Death adder. Okay. Move this back. Move this back like that. Now I think, was this body colored? If it is, it's not visible right now. Oh, there we go. It's under attribute. I knew it was colored. What happens if I hide the body underneath? Oh, perfect. Oh, but then like I can't see the colors. The colors are good for like distinguishing like where the sort of areas are supposed to go. If you didn't know, again, this is following the brand sculpt method. All this is following the brand sculpt method, so you could see where the loop cuts are supposed to go. I think I'm gonna have to look at Sheepy's body retopology as well because I think I felt like specifically with Revi, I felt like her. Also, this butt isn't that great. I felt like the sort of topology that Bran uses around the butt is like not enough. Like from certain angles, I think from like this angle, it like looked choppy because it was like I don't even know how to explain it. But instead of it like coming out smooth, it would come out like it has to do with like the whole like orientation of 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 the loops. It's like instead of following the loop down like that, it's like yeah, instead of going like this, it's going like this. And because of that, when you look at it like that, you could see that it's not smooth from this side or from like multiple sides. It's kind of hard to explain unless you see it. Oh yeah, but you could see the loops here. Loops around the knee, around the whatever. And then this body that I just hid. Where is it? This one. This body, I believe, is the doesn't have a subdivision surface modifier. So this is like the body that it's how it's gonna look after all is said and done, without a subdivision surface modifier. Which how many? I feel like one thing that I kind of want to change, or maybe it's not the issue with the fingers or the topology. Maybe it's an issue with like the shape of the fingers. But I'm not the biggest fan of like how square the fingers look. Maybe I am. I guess it's an issue with like this. It's like pretty square. So it's like my own fault. Oh yeah, what was I saying? How much is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be 18. If you follow along with the brand sculpt method, I think it's like less, but that's because I add like extra loop cuts. I think there is an extra, hold on, let me turn on retopology. There's an extra loop cut here. Oops. What the hell? Huh. I don't know why it's selecting this as well. Oh, it's probably because it's like going into the hand and looping back. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's my bad. You know, topology isn't perfect. I will give it that. The topology for the body is good, but the topology, because this hand mesh is custom, I remade it because I felt like I could make it like make it using less trigs. But this loop cut here is not supposed to be there usually. I think I also added an extra loop cut here, and then an extra loop cut here as well, which also adds to that. And there's a bunch of extra loop cuts all around because I'm not using a subdivision surface modifier. So I have to add my own loop cuts to make sure that everything sort of flows nicely. Oh wait, hold on. Mm, hold on. All right, sorry. All right. Um, how should I get started with this? Is the real question. But yeah, I mean, the issue with the added extra bits is that it does complicate things. Because if I were just to, because what is this? This is 22, but it's not supposed to be 22. I think it's supposed to be like 18. So it has like four extra loop cuts that shouldn't be there. The issue with just like making it 22 and then just like extruding it out is that once I get over to, everything's going to be evenly spaced out. So once I get over to the hand, things are going to look like a bit different. Um, so I think what I'll do is, I think I'll just like copy this for the hand. I'll duplicate it, I'll separate it, and then I'll delete the target for the shrink wrap. And then I'll move it over here. Oh, oh wait, oops, I deleted the wrong shrink wrap. I deleted it for the entire body. And not, where did it go? All right, hold on. Let's organize this. I don't need that. This is sculpt, this is block out. I need another one for remesh. And I have to bring everything over. I have to bring you, and you, I think, into the block out. Or the remesh, sorry. Oops, sorry, my ear itches. And then we can grab the pipette, put it there so that it clings to that. Do I feel like I need to move this in or something? Wouldn't be a bad idea. The more in, I think, the better. And then we can duplicate the shrink wrap, apply one of the shrink wraps, and then bam, it's attached. And then now we can, because having like actual muscle definition kind of helps with like where things should go. I feel like we'll do this just to make things easier on me. Because I know it's supposed to go like where the end of the shoulder is. And it's kind of hard to see when you don't have like muscle definition, I think. I could follow the video. I kind of remember how the video goes. Oh, what the? Oh, it's probably the... Yeah, it was that. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Mm, 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 mm. And then I forgot what I do here. Oh, you know what I could do? I can't. I think Broly was the one who mentioned this before, but you just like tend to forget. Oh, but you can't like have two different things selected because I guess the viewports are shared. So for some reason the wireframe isn't shared, but that's fine. We don't need the wireframe for what I'm trying to do. I need to look at this. Was that the middle? Where's the middle actually? It's supposed to be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up. It's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 maybe, but I feel like that's too far. Then I feel like this is like not the middle. Where does the middle connect up to? Hmm. Middle is 1, 2, 3 above. 1, 2, 3. So it should be this one. This is the middle. Ah, so it has to be brought down. all this has to be rotated so that this is in the middle. Or, I probably shouldn't rotate everything. Or should I? I think only a little bit. I think that's enough. And then everything else I should try to do by hand. Wait, what? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 6. Wait, what? Yeah, what the hell? Oh, no, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, I probably didn't need... This one probably didn't need to go as well. Or that one. Oh, well. They've already been selected and moved. Why? Why fix what isn't broken? Type shit. Alright. Let's smooth brush it. Let's go back and use the sculpt brush, the relax slide, and let's relax some of these points here. I feel like I do need to decide on like where I need to like modify the topology. I think around the shoulder area I definitely want to modify the topology to sort of fit better. Um but around the arms, like I feel like there's not like there is stuff going on, but it's like not super duper like what's the word I'm trying to find or use? It's not super defined, so I feel like it's unnecessary to sort of change topology to fit it, you know? It's a bit kind of random. I don't know if topology adjustments are 100% needed for this. The only thing I don't want to change is the ends. Those have to stay the same for things to work out. Alright, there's the arms. Now the shoulders are always like a bit of a problem area. We could also do, we could try to do the breast, because what is this? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I maybe turn off wireframe? Because then this one could still have wireframe, and so it's fine. I feel like it just makes it harder to see. I'm not even watching the video right now. I have the video pulled up in case I need it, but I kind of remember like what I'm supposed to do that I don't even have the video pulled up. I guess that's what you get for repetitiveness. Repetition. I've been too darn repetitive that I remember how to do everything for the most part. There are certain areas where it's like I don't remember. In those areas I will need help or I will have to consult the video. But for the most part, for most areas, I feel like oh wait, I don't think it goes back that far, does it? I don't think so. It makes sense for it to go the back that far, but I think this section here is this part here. So I'm just gonna bring it a little bit inward. Or maybe actually I'll just leave it like that. It's fine. Then how many loop cuts did I put? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need more. But we'll see. Oh, that rhymed. Oh. I guess I guess maybe this is where you want. No, it doesn't help either. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, no. What I do is okay, hold on. Turn it off. I forgot what I do. Why is that one screwed up? Do I need to hold on? Maybe I need to apply transforms. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. What do I do? Ooh, what did I just do? That lagged like crazy. Let's save real quick. Oh wait, let me. Oops. Apply smoothness. Although I guess at this point you like wrong shit. You do want. I did want to turn on wireframe. You know, I put also along with putting like a lot of faith into the relax brush of loop tools. I also put a lot of faith into the this slide relax brush as well. I just assume that it will give me the best sort of topology that it can offer me. And if it doesn't, then I don't think about it too much. Uh, I try not to think about it too much. Oh, whoops! I forgot to apply the shrink wrap before I started doing the sculpt mode, whatever the sauce. Oops, that's my bad. I completely forgot. This is probably going to. Oh no, it doesn't change like at all for some weird reason. I thought it was gonna change the spacing of it because it was low key kind of fucked, but it didn't. I'm just doing the easy stuff now. I think maybe I'll end the recording before I have to do the hard stuff, but the easy stuff is easy. So that's why I'm gonna do it. Hold on. All right. Oops. How big is this? Oh, I guess not counting these two. How big is that? Why aren't these sticks on here? 13? Oh wait, not counting this one either. 12? We could spawn into 12. Oh, but I'm gonna have to spawn in like a 24 or something. Is that 12 on each side? How much is that? 13. I could work with that. All I gotta do is dissolve one of the vertices and space it out and then circle. Fantastic. It was already a circle. I'm not listening to any music right now. I ran out of music. Or I paused it actually. So it's entirely my fault. Hold on. Alright, hold on. What the hell? Alright. What the? How did me spacing things out mess it up like that? Oh, because of this? Hold on. Clipping is turned on. What the? Uh, okay. Okay. All right, and then we do a thingy. Oh wait, hold on. Make sure this is touching down inside her belly button. So I need to make sure that we're snapping into the right spot. I guess the good thing about doing the easy things like this is that once I do the hard things, then I could just connect them, and they should all sort of slot into place. Um, in theory, I doubt I need. smooth this out, but I'll do it because I like smoothing things out. I love using the relax brush. It's very, very satisfying. What the? Oh, I think this is messing it up. There we go. Alright. What other easy things can I do? The legs. How does the legs look? It's kind of hard to see. They're very, very tightly placed. 14 apparently. I don't know if there's any extra loop cuts, but I'm just going to, or I guess I could duplicate this and snap it on, but I'm just gonna make 14. Although I think like these three are like pretty close. Oh no, I think it's fine. But it might be too tall up. I could go down here if I need to as well. What did I say it was again? 14. Oops, wrong one. Oh god. Blender, please. Don't do this to me. If Blender crashes, that's it for the recording. Okay, no, it didn't crash. I should post one of those videos where people are like, "How's my topology looking?" And they clearly show like the topology of like their sculpt, so it's obviously bad. People are like, people are like, "Congrats on modeling every atom on her body," or like, what is it? They usually mention uh a game. I don't know. I haven't played the game, so I don't know. But I haven't played either of these games that I'm about to mention. But I've obviously heard of them. Uh, they mention Garten of Banban, which apparently has like pretty bad uh topology, very like heavy, I guess. And then they also mention, I think it's like a toothbrush. There was like a toothbrush in a game that was like super super unoptimized. It was just bad. Turn that off. Damn, 49 shrink wraps, by the way. How many times I've duplicated this shrink wrap. I don't know why it just doesn't immediately go back to one after it's applied. But whatever, you know. How do we do this? Because then, let me just make sure that I have the right amount selected. Oh no, it's only three. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 at the top. These three. I think the extra ones couldn't hurt though. Wait, did I? Oh no, I didn't. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up the thigh. Of course, I could always add more if I feel like I need it, but these are like, I guess, the basics. How many I think I should add based on. I guess I'm doing the thing that I've done with the brand sculpt methods, which is like, I'll repeat what I have because, it works, so why change, why play around with what works? And then afterwards, I can go back and edit things, adjust things to my needs. You know what? Actually, let's not do this yet. Let's do the calf since we're almost done. I think I'll finish doing the calf, and I think that's where I'll call it for today. So we're gonna have to link the legs to the stomach to the breasts, the arms to the sort of everything else. It's sort of like the big problem area is mainly like the shoulder, back, neck maybe area. It's like where all these like loops connect is like the big major problem areas. I need to also bring up the sheepy model because I think I did some things differently with her butt. And I think that's it though. I don't remember this. I guess sheepy was supposed to be this, but this model is definitely going to be like. Oh shoot! I said I wasn't gonna do that. It's definitely going to be like a hallmark for like how future models should look. I mean, her face is like very distinct, is one thing, but then another thing is also the body too. I do three there. And 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. All right, there we go. And now we can do the sculpt. Oh wait, oops. Let's also smooth it out. Let's do that. Let's go to sculpt mode. I might need to add more loop cuts just because of how like thick her thighs are. This is a really good recording though, I think. Like I made a lot of progress today, which was like I guess it's the goal of every day, but specifically today. I don't know what happened to me yesterday. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like so demotivated to do anything. I felt like I think I had a headache or something, and maybe some like brain fog as well. I just like I did like I think that yesterday I started the style practice, so I did do some stuff. But I think on Monday I wanted to like post uh some animation stuff that I've done with Revi that I did like a super long time ago. Now. Uh but I didn't actually end up doing that because of the internet being down. Her calf might also need an extra loop cutter too, because holy moly, is she does she have like big calves? Also, like it's kind of like squarey, isn't it? Or I guess like maybe not. Need to like go up, accompany space upwards. That's where the detail is needed. I won't add any loop cuts yet. But once everything's connected and I could take like a good look at her body fully completed, then that's when I'll decide on like, okay, yeah, she needs like an extra loop cut on her thigh. Yeah, she needs an extra loop cut on her calves and here and there and everywhere, you know. Because yeah, you could already see it's like not super. I mean, I don't really care too much about it being like super smooth. I feel like that was an issue that I had very early on. Was that I was obsessed with like making sure that it was smooth, and I used too many loop cuts. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if it's like smooth or not, as long as like, because like even I think it was like a GTA model, GTA 6. You could still see like her her polygons. I think in one of the trailers, people were complaining about it, and it was like you're not even gonna get that close most of the time to even be able to see that. It's just visible because it's a trailer, and they sort of brought you in close. Most of you are just gonna shoot your guns, and are gonna be happy with that. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, you know. Anyway, this is what we have so far. Very funny. We did all the easy bits, the long bits, the legs and the arms, and the that's also super easy in the stomach area as well. The connection bits are where I'm gonna struggle with, but I'll try to do those tomorrow, before the collab stream. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about what we were gonna do tomorrow. Maybe set up the particle accelerator. Maybe fight some withers. Um, Artech also has cybernetics, which apparently enhance your character. That sounds really cool. I kind of want to do that, but I don't know. I think we are trying to get to the end ASAP. Um, yeah, like I said, if we do finish it, I don't know when we're gonna finish it. I don't know why I'm like thinking we're gonna finish it tomorrow. The next stream, I mean. I doubt that, but maybe in like a week or two, we could probably finish it. If that's the issue, I don't know what happens after this. You've done a lot. It might just end once you have all the upgrades done. In which case, it's like we're done. You know, the world engine is fixed. It's done. You know, like what else can you really do? I guess we'll figure it out. Feed the Base also released a new mod pack that is like I think it's more combat focused. I might mention it to Kuke, but I think he's like I think he's mentioned in his streams that after Minecraft is done, he's gonna cut back on all the gaming streams. Not the I don't think the peak streams on Friday, but I mean I understand too, cause like same as him, the only sort of days that I used to work were like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but then Wednesday turned into a Minecraft stream, and so then I started incorporating Blender into the weekends. Um, so I think he's eager to get back get back to work and finish Sailor Moon because Sailor Moon has taken a very long time and it's looking good though. It's taken a while, but there's a reason why it took a long time. because it's coming out really nicely. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'll bring it up just kind of as a thing I noticed, not really like as a suggestion that we should play it. Um, I had a lot of fun. It was really good. I don't know. I'm talking again. I'm talking like as if we're about to be finished, and this is like the last stream. But no. But we'll do more collabs in the future. I'm sure of it. It's been good to collab with Kuke. I don't know. It might not be Minecraft, but I could always tune into to the peak streams. Maybe he got Binding of Isaac. There's a multiplayer mode with that. Um, I'd be down to play that with him, even if only for one stream. Doesn't matter. That's the thing. It's like we don't have to make a series about it as well. We could just do something for like one stream and that's it, just for the fun of it. Uh, what's it called again? Like a Chameleon. I got that during the sale, even though it wasn't on sale. But it's relatively cheap. So I think, I don't know. We'd need like a much bigger group for that. A group that I do not have access to. I do need to do more networking. Um, there's a lot of people in the community that are cool. I guess I'm like, no, I'm bad. I've said this already before. I think this is a thought that I had back when like I was playing what's it called? Dying Light. I was like I wanna like connect with people and like form like a group of people that I can go to play these sort of friend swap games, quote unquote friend swap. Um I'm okay, it's two things. It's like I'm terrible when it comes to reaching out to people because I'm like nervous and shy, right? And it's like a bit I find it a bit embarrassing, I guess, to put yourself out there. I don't know. My mind's a bit weird. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But then also, I'm kind of bad at like keeping up friendships. Like, you know, I do tune in to people's streams, but I just lurk because like I don't know what more can you really say when you go to someone's stream, especially like an art stream, like that isn't just like this looks really nice, like you're doing really good. Um, or like talk about me, but then I don't want to talk about me. That's like kind of rude, right? Um, I don't know. But then also like if I do want to like do it that way, it'll be very hard to like keep up with all these streamers because there's a lot of people that I would like to interact with. You know, I don't know how to get the foot in the door. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I need someone to do it for me because I'm not good at that sort of thing. Um, oh, but I don't know. I don't have anyone like that. I guess Kuke, but I'm not gonna like force him to do anything like that. That's crazy. I guess that's the thing is I don't want to force anyone to do any of that stuff. Yeah, I'm just bad because I don't know. It's like I want friends to do stuff with, but I'm also really bad at like keeping up with friendships. Um, I enjoy my alone time too much, but then like I look and then I'm like, oh, I kind of don't want to be alone right now. It would be fun to play something with someone else. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. Anyways, sorry to turn this like last few minutes into a rant about random stuff that doesn't matter. So yeah, what was I saying? What are we doing? That's about it for today. We'll be back. I'll try to record another one of these, continuing with the retopology. I'll probably need to follow the sort of video tutorial in order to do the connections. But I'll try to do that before tomorrow, Wednesday's stream. We'll play out Wednesday. Hopefully we can build the particle accelerator because that's pretty cool. We did update to version 16 or 1.16, which let me check actually. Have they updated it again? They usually update on Wednesdays, I think, which is like kind of funny. Um, no, they haven't updated it. Yeah, okay, that's good. But it's like too soon to Wednesday. I feel like if it's the day before or the day of, I don't tell Kuke that we should update because it's kind of like we could wait a week. It's not that pressing of an issue. But yeah, we updated to 1.16. It has a new quest line, but it's like I think it's one of the side quest lines, similar to like all the other ones. So it's not a main quest line. It's just like a side one to teach you one of the mods in the mod pack. So that'd be cool to look at, see what how it looks like, I guess. So yeah, and then we'll be back on Friday with more live stream, more Blender live streams where we'll continue the hair. I didn't really talk about the hair today because we weren't working on it. Um, but we need to separate the back because at the moment it's like mirrored, and I think it looks weird when it's mirrored. So I need to like make this side different to this side, and then we need to do the same with the bottom as well. Make them both sides different. I might do that straight from the jump, so I don't have to basically go back. I guess technically I don't have to go back and redo it. I only did do one side with a mirror modifier. Um, yeah. And then obviously, like, I'll try to record tomorrow before the live stream to continue this. I'll try to record on Thursday. I'll try to record before Friday's stream. Um, I need to continue to practice on that style stuff. Um, the pixelization shader that I use is like all right. There's still some things I need to like. I don't really know what I need to iron out. It's a bit laggy. Oh, I did try to apply or to bake the textures on the sheepy model for the test, which is only like her clothing, I think, and it didn't work. Everything is black for some reason. I need to figure out what is causing the issue there and fix it. I might do that right now. Not like on recording, but I might do that once I stop recording. Um, but yeah, the idea is thicker outlines. I have this, it's not a shader, it's a compositor thing where it makes it so like one side has like a constant like moving black outline. Um I've only tried it on a prop. I haven't tried it on a character yet. I might try it on Sheepy. I think it's a relatively easy setup, so I could just quickly like copy and paste it into Sheepy and see how she looks with it on. Um The only I wanted it as a shader, but the issue is like it looks good when you're looking at them front facing, but when you look at them from above or below, it kind of like starts to look weird. Um, it loses consistency. Whereas if you do it from the compositor, it doesn't lose its consistency. It stays on the left side, which is where I want it to be, but it changes based on how zoomed in and out you are. So it gets like thicker the more you zoomed out you are, and thinner the more zoomed in you are. I guess maybe I could attach it to a camera, maybe. I don't know. These are things I have to test out. But it's not bad so far, at least with the little prop uh, sort of tests that I'm using. Whether or not it'll actually work on an actual character, I guess I'm about to test out right now. Um, so yeah, and I still need to. There's a lot I have to do. So I still have to redo Sheepy's face, to be more like a DG's face. The lips more defined, the sort of like nose eye area, eyebrows sort of area more defined. Maybe one idea that I had was to make her sort of like nose and mouth more like a sheep, because she is supposed to be kind of like sheep-esque. I think the idea was to like at least make her nose a little bit like a sheep and not her mouth. I don't know exactly how I'm going to like mix that up. I need to like figure that out. Um, the overlay has not had any work done on it. I need to like sit down and actually like the thing that's stalling me with the overlay is the design. Like I'm trying to think of like how I want it to look, but because I'm thinking about that only, I'm not thinking about features that I could add that have nothing to do with how it looks, and those are the things that I should probably focus on when because I'm unable to think of like a sort of style that I like. I need to sit down and actually write that stuff down. The writing stuff, I haven't done any writing either. I think I'm done with all the writing, although I don't know if I'm not I'm if I'm done with Sheepy's stuff. And then I could also start writing on other characters too. Both characters that are going to be tied to these two characters and also future characters that have nothing to do with these characters at all. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot that I can and have to do. Or not that I have to, but I want to as well. It's never I'm not forcing myself to do any of this stuff. When I say I have to, it's because I want to do it, and so it's part of the list of things I have to do because I want to do them. Um, yeah. Sorry to like these last like I don't even know how long it's been. 10 minutes. I don't know. Sorry for all this to be a ramble. Like honestly, could have been working while I was rambling. I'm really bad at that. So yeah, sorry. Okay, that's about it. I should go now. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching. Uh, have a good rest of your day. And I'm gonna go now. So see you guys. Goodbye. 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 Bye. 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 Bye.